it's your girl AyChristene, and today we're checking out When Genevieve Ruled the World by Katy Towell. We checked out from her, we did see, I think it's was it the little girl that was forgotten by everyone? Where she had like she made like a demon friend, I believe, because her family like abandoned her after a baby and she like killed everybody. So we'll see what happens when Genevieve ruled the world, which I don't know if this is the same chick. I can't remember because the name I don't remember of the little girl. But we're going to see what happens now in this cartoon. This is by Katy Towell. Children Are Scary. Link is in the description box below for you to check out. Now let's get started. Children Are Scary.
I'm sorry to tell you, but your history books are incorrect.
Oh, are they?
They are all missing a very important chapter. Or perhaps historians didn't wish to upset anyone.
I guess.
It is true nonetheless that the world was once ruled with the iron fist of a 3.5-year-old girl. Let us go back, if you have a moment.
Let's go
back to the time before Genevieve ruled the world.
Before she ruled the world. This is that chick, right? Year 129. Cowsley West. Where is this? Okay, and Genevieve ruled the world.
Genevieve von Geer had the sort of life that most children can only make believe. She lived in a grand mansion with a long winding drive at the front and a hedge maze in the back. She had her very own playroom, in addition to her own dressing room, drawing room, and ballroom. There was not a toy Genevieve wanted that she did not possess, or if it could not be bought. She had a personal team of toy makers.
Really? They balling out of control.
Genevieve was not a spoiled child. No, she was privileged and entitled, she thought, for she never fussed, never fought, never spoke out of turn, and always stayed out of the grown-ups' way.
That's good.
Other children were not so well behaved as Genevieve, and didn't they get motor cars for their birthdays too?
No, they did not.
The trouble started on a Thursday. Genevieve's mother always went shopping on Thursdays, and always brought home something new for Genevieve.
That's good.
But not this Thursday.
Oh, really?
I'm sorry, darling,
said her mother upon return.
I looked everywhere, but there was not a new toy to be found. I'm afraid you have everything in the world.
That's nice.
Maybe there will be more toys next year.
That was a nice interaction.
Genevieve was stunned. Next year? Next year? Why, she would be 4 by then. No, this would never
She took her tongue out?
There must be something she did not have. She went to her toy makers, who looked at one another and frowned. They were not supposed to say no to Genevieve, but what else could they possibly tell her when they were completely out of ideas?
What did he say?
Suggested one. Genevieve shook her head.
A talking bear,
said another.
That dances.
Genevieve shook her head again. She had 11 talking dancing bears, including one that sang bingo in 8 different languages.
Blocks?
Said a third. The others murmured in approval.
Blocks?
Genevieve scowled.
Wow.
No.
Goodness.
Was there nothing to be done?
No, chick.
The toy makers wrung their hands.
Please accept our apologies, Miss von Geer.
Said one.
What can we create for you when you have everything
True.
in the world?
Perhaps, if you could find something you like,
said another with a hopeful smile.
We could make it better.
Oh yeah, they can improve it.
The others nodded in agreement, but Genevieve was not appeased.
Dear.
Without another word, she stormed back to her playroom and fumed.
Okay, chick, get your life together.
Cheer up, Jeannie, said her Nanny Ann. There's more to
life
than
there
toys. When I was a child, we only got presents twice a year.
Birthdays and Christmas.
Sometimes they were even second-hand.
Hashtag real life.
How could she say such a thing? If Nanny Ann had ever been a child, she would surely know that a world without new toys was... Just then, an idea began to form in Genevieve's mind. A world without new toys, she thought.
Is that how she thought about it?
That's it! And faster than you could say Jack Sprat, she was off to her drawing room to begin the plans.
Her world with...
She would need help carrying them out, of course.
Without new toys.
Genevieve was very bright for her age, but not so very tall.
True.
Then there was a small matter of mother and father. They were awfully slow about these things. No, she would have to take matters into her own
What does that
tiny
mean?
hands, and Mother and Father would have to stay out of the way for
Okay.
once. Genevieve
What does that
drew
mean,
on
though,
into the
girl?
night, even sneaking out of bed when she was certain Nanny Ann had gone
Okay.
to sleep. She drew until at last her eyelids betrayed her.
Betrayed her?
And she drifted into sleep, still clutching her
Okay.
favourite crayon. In the morning, a bleary-eyed little girl went down to see the toy makers with
Alright,
her
what's the plans?
When they saw Genevieve's drawings, they gasped, they guffawed, they griped about numbers.
Okay.
But they did exactly as she asked. They were not supposed to say no to
Is it just putting the toys out into the world?
2 seasons passed before she saw her plans take shape, but at last, the time had come. To Genevieve's
Okay.
delight, the toy maker's warehouse reopened to reveal thousands upon thousands of
Okay.
toys. Big ones, small ones, talking dolls and dancing bears, squadrons of every kind of toy
All right.
imaginable. Not that Genevieve did not already
She
own one of
did.
each, of course. These, however, were very much
Okay.
improved. For Genevieve had decided that if the world had nothing new for her, she would have the world itself.
Oh.
And she would get it with the help of her very own army.
Of enhanced toys? I was really hoping that what was going to happen is she was going to give these toys to kids that were like her Nanny Ann, that only got toys twice a year, and sometimes they're hand-me-down, which is the story of life, chick. Get your life together. But apparently no. She's like, instead of giving these toys to a bunch of people, I am going to make them be my army. Oh gosh. All right, let's see what's going to happen next. I like her glasses though.
For
I love her
Genevieve's
glasses.
idea. Little girls can be terrifying in their own small way, but a threat to the
Mhm.
world as we know it? The idea is laughable.
It can be,
Which, my friends, is precisely why it worked
I
so
guess.
well. She took over Germany
Oh,
with
dear.
teddy bears. America she conquered with a collection of
Pop-up books?
Russia proved particularly
All right.
challenging, but she won in the end with an invention she called
The Tinkerman.
One by one, every country, state,
Oh, did she, like,
territory fell to Genevieve and
murder
her
people
army of toys,
with her toys?
and it happened in only 4 days.
4 days.
The world belonged to Genevieve now, and it was hers to do with as she
All right.
pleased. If Genevieve wanted every playground on Earth to be
Is that
coated in
what's
candy,
happening?
it was done as Genevieve
Okay.
commanded. If she wanted each person in the world to sing her name to the tune of Oh Susanna, each person, great and
Goodness.
small, did as she demanded. How did she feel now
Yeah,
that she
how do
owned
you
the
feel?
very biggest toy of all? A little
Oh,
tired.
that's good. Go to sleep, chick. Someone else take over.
As Genevieve sat upon her custom gingerbread throne,
Wouldn't
her
that
little
be
head
a little
began
itchy?
to feel heavy and her eyes began to close. She suddenly missed Nanny Ann and
Aw.
Mother and Father too. Perhaps, she told herself as she faded into dreamland, she would send the Tinkerman to find them in the
Okay.
morning. But when morning came, Genevieve was gone.
Was gone.
Some suggested foul play, but who could have done such a thing to a small
Was
child?
it Faust and
Even
Sons?
a very naughty one. Others thought perhaps she'd gotten
Those are
bored
her
with the
shoes.
world and might have gone home
Those
to
are
her
her
parents.
shoes.
The truth was that no one knew what happened to the 3.5-year-old
Oh, dear.
tyrant, but nobody wanted to find
Yikes.
her. You may be skeptical of this history. Those who lived it will tell you, a little too
What?
quickly, that it never
Oh,
happened.
okay.
But I assure you, it happened exactly as
Oh,
I
dear.
have told you. If you don't believe me,
This is a
just
toy.
ask yourself why.
This
Why
is a
did
toy.
your grandparents spoil you with toys and sweetmeats
Oh my
as they
goodness.
did? Was it only
This
out of
is a
affection,
toy.
or was it also, perhaps, just the teensiest bit out of
Oh
the
my
fear that
gosh.
their own little prince or princess just might be the
Oh
Genevieve
my
of the
gosh.
time?
That twist on the end was good. That the person telling the story is a toy. That is pretty cool. And she's still alive, apparently. She's still alive and kicking. I did enjoy the animation. I did enjoy the story. I love the fact that the person telling you the story this whole time is the narrator. Is a toy, and you got creepy old Genevieve holding his shoulder, like looking at him. And I do like the artwork, the weird eyes on the kids, and like the art style. It is kind of creepy, kind of vintage, but very artistic. I really liked it. It's like only a few colors. I think red, black, and gray, I believe, and white. So I really did enjoy that. The chick, I mean, she is a little girl and she's been spoiled her whole life, so I get how naturally she's like, okay, I'm just gonna take over the world since nobody can get me what I wanted. I did like that the parents were nice. It's not that the parents were jerks like the last one. It's just that she was spoiled and she wanted everything and she couldn't get it. So that's why she was the way she was. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. If you liked the video, check out the link in the description box below and support the artist there. If you like this video, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. I love you guys as always, and until next time, buddies!